And so the list is very long. But if I have to kind of zero in into one aspect that needs to be worked on is strategy and planning. Most entrepreneurs, what happens is they get too much involved in transactions, and it's day-to-day transactional management, sales, purchase, expenses, this, that. Their day is completely filled with managing various business transactions. What is important is for the entrepreneur to have at least 30 to 40% of his time free just to think strategic, plan, and basis that strategy and planning, he'll be able to create a roadmap which is actionable. Having a vision statement is one thing. I want to be like a 1,000 crore company, but how do you achieve that? Through strategy and planning, single most important aspect. Money is fungible. Funds are fungible, right? One of the topic that I'm going to cover today is also the same thing. Funds are not an end, is a means to an end, right? We need to figure out very creatively how do we achieve the end, and through that, how do we manage funds? Now, it could be through smart management of vendors, it could be through managing receivables, it could be working on deals and structures which allows you to constantly generate cash flows. It could be if equity is tough, can you go and get friends and family? So different structures, different ways, franchising model, each business is unique. But if you think creatively, there are ways and means of generating adequate funding or funding power to achieve your business goals. And that's what, again, it goes back to my first answer, strategy and planning. If you have strategy and planning, even on the funding side, you can achieve your dream and a goal. We have touched upon a very important point. Emotions play a very important role, and entrepreneurs, my recommendation to them is you have to kind of take the emotions out from the business, because sometimes you may be running a business which is really not worth it. It may be draining your all other businesses out of working capital, cash flows. So one has to detach themselves and take a pragmatic view. It could also be emotions attached to various positions. A lot of SMEs have family members, uncle, aunt, mother, father, wife, child, everyone running position. Are they really qualified for that role? It was good when you started the business, but one has to take those emotions out and have the right professional handle that role, or have the right family member, not just because someone is like closely attached and there is emotional connect. And that's the limiting factor. As long as we take emotions out of business, it becomes a great win-win, because then we are thinking logical. Otherwise, the logic is impaired in many times.